Thanks for watching my cover of Breed. This is by far the toughest time I've had recreating a tone so far, but I'm happy with the results. I'm going to walk you step by step on how I got to it. When I started, I was determined to get to this tone with as little processing as possible, so I could share settings that could hopefully translate well to your setup. But I did end up having to use plugins in my audio software to get close to this tone, and I'll elaborate in detail. Here's what I used. My road-worn Fender Kurt Cobain signature Jaguar, which has DiMarzio Super Distortion humbuckers. People often ask me which Kurt guitar they should get if they only want one, and I'll always recommend this Jaguar first. The current run of this Jaguar and other gear Kurt used is available in my Amazon storefront. My storefront will be linked here and in the video description. I got a 92 Boss DS1 for these Nevermind tone recreations, as it's well known that Kurt heavily used his DS1 on the album. From what I found in my research, the magic year for a DS1 is 1994. Supposedly, any made before that year will have that sought-after, warmer, vintage DS1 sound that doesn't sound as harsh or shrill as the modern ones. For a pedal that's 30 years old, it is in remarkably amazing shape and operates flawlessly. I'm super happy with it. I got multiple comments on my pedal comparison video saying that Kurt used a big muff on Breed. I was very surprised to read this, especially since it came from multiple different people on separate comments. I've only ever read that the big muff was used on lithium. From listening to Breed, I've always thought it was either the competition Mustang or Jaguar through a DS1. If anyone has a source for where it's been said it was a big muff on Breed, please post it in the comments because I'd love to read it and learn more. My Jaguar and DS1 are both going through my Fender Tone Master Twin Reverb. Like I alluded to earlier, I really strive to get this tone with just the guitar, pedal, and amp, but this is the closest I got. I was obviously not happy with this, but this is as close as my setup on its own would get me. So then I started to manipulate the track in my audio software, Pro Tools. As I've said in a previous Nevermind tone video, I would never do this for my live tone recreations. but for an album that's as produced as Nevermind, I feel like some studio magic is fair game. This is Kurt's isolated track, and this is my track. I have a frequency analyzer on Kurt's track. It doesn't do anything to the sound and just shows the EQ spectrum for the track. I started by putting a basic channel strip EQ plugin on my track and copying where Kurt's track has cuts and boosts. Next, I have the Kramer tape plugin to add in simulated tape warmth. After that, I have the Pickguard mid EQ plugin. The Pickguards are my favorite EQ plugins, and with this one, I am shaping the overall mids. Next is an SSL EQ strip, which I'm using to further shape very specific frequencies in the low and high mids. And finally, after that is the X-Noise noise reducer to get rid of the harsh fuzziness. I know this probably seems like a lot, but each plugin is serving a specific purpose and helps get to the tone at the end of the day. Here's what the track sounds like with each plugin getting turned on one at a time, so you can hear what they're doing. Which studio tone should I try to recreate next? Let me know in the comments. In the meantime, follow me on Instagram at Nirvana Guitars, and subscribe and check out my other Nirvana gear videos right here on YouTube.